Welcome to P3 Radio.
The monkey only dances as good as the guy grinding the organ handle.
Demolition! We're coming for you, baby!
That was my moment of I carried a watermelon.
And if you're going to call me back tomorrow, whatever,
You better believe I took my turn a little bit. What?
Cool story, bro.
PG3 Radio.
Here's your host, Josh Bradley.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up we have Crying Little Blind Children.
Richard Mullican.
I don't know. Is this making any sense to anybody out there?
It's showtime! It's showtime! It's showtime!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of P3 Radio. I'm your co-host, Richard Mullican, joined by my co-host, Josh Briley, and I have no idea what the Titans did this week because we are not close to live. Josh, how's your Braves doing? Say hey.
I'm saying the Braves have gone all the way. They've won at least
In 1
four
week?
other games. At least 4 other games.
Gosh, that's the biggest difference between football and baseball, isn't it?
They play a lot of games, man.
Man, they play like Tuesday afternoon at 2 o'clock.
At 11.
Does that not get annoying, though, as
Well,
a
when you're
fan?
at work, you're like, damn, I can't watch it right now. But, you know.
How would you feel if they went to a different setup for baseball? Like if they did like football, 1 game a week.
That would suck.
How would that suck? Or maybe
Because-
even 2 games a week, but it's like a Wednesday, Sunday, or Tuesday, Sunday, or Thursday, Sunday.
I don't give a damn how. I mean, it's got to be the freedom to have at least 150 games.
Oh, God, that's a
you
lot
know,
of games.
130, however many it is a season.
Wow.
You have
why,
to.
Why have that many? Why not have
Because
like 32?
if you have that many games,
Uh-huh.
there is no question, absolutely no question, who the best is.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a lot of games.
Right.
So
but
you
they get paid a
so
lot
you
of money.
saying we should extend the football season to 100
I didn't
something
say that
games?
at all. I think, football players, they take a lot of unnecessary hits, a lot of unnecessary risk for their lives. It's their bad.
Well-
They don't know any better.
Well, baseball players, they could get hit in the head with this ball.
Right, but the times that happens opposed to the times that the NFL players actually do get into life-altering
Yeah.
situations, that's not even in the same conversation.
I want to bring up that Major League quote where the movie Major League, where it was like, even at 34 games, somebody's going to get hurt. You got strained muscles. That guy was like my favorite. Is he still alive, I wonder?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking
not
about? The
his
guy from
manager.
Major League, the actor that was in a heart attack. Who said something about a heart attack? Me. He falls over. It's like, oh, God. That movie was probably one of my favorite, and it was cheesy all the time, too.
Yeah, but it was such a great movie.
It was a
man.
good movie. Do you know, I mean, this is going to make me sound like totally racist, and I hope it doesn't. I did not realize, because I was younger when I saw it, I didn't realize until it was pointed out to me that they changed Wesley Snipes' character in the second movie. Like it wasn't Wesley Snipes in the second movie. Major League One was Wesley Snipes for Willie Mays Hayes.
And then
The second movie, it wasn't.
it was
It was somebody else.
the guy from Juice,
yeah.
Omar Epps.
I didn't realize
Omar
that.
Epps.
I didn't realize it until somebody pointed it out to me like 4 years after I saw the movie. I'm like, damn sure wasn't Wesley Snipes.
It
was
wasn't Wesley Snipes, was
It's
it?
kind of like me and my wife had that bet one time about the mom. This is going to be the stuff that gets me fired, but it wasn't from a hatred standpoint. It just I wasn't paying attention. Like the mom from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air got changed.
Really?
Yeah, did you not know that? Vivian was...
I never watched it that much to care, to be honest
Yeah,
with
if you ever watched it, Vivian, the mom from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, changed. Like the first 2 or 3 seasons, it was one woman.
I'll be
Then
damned.
it was a totally different woman.
Wow.
Lost a bet to my wife on that one.
But
But anyways, 100,
I know you had to
150
lose money.
Yeah, well, no. We didn't lose money. Just had to do dishes for like a week or something like that. You ever have a bet with your wife on anything?
Oh, yeah.
It's always good.
Well, the thing
The
about
stakes are always
bets-
much better than
the
money.
thing about bets with my wife is whenever she wins a bet, I always have to pay up.
Yeah, give up that anal cherry.
Whenever whenever I win a bet,
Give up that anal cherry. Somebody's getting anally raped.
I'm kayfabing all the way right here. Hey, brother,
No,
I'm
just
not.
joking.
I'm not a fruit picker anymore.
I'm just joking. Not a fruit picker.
If there was a cherry, I ain't never seen it.
Oh. Oh, Jesus. Whew. All right. Well, we're just going to
Bada
hope that
bing,
your
bada boom.
wife don't listen to this.
Either way,
Oh, wait. Are you talking about you?
no.
So you've
No.
been railed?
Hemorrhoids weren't that years ago.
Oh, we counting the proctologist appointment? But no. Well, controversy abounds.
Hey, how do you feel about that?
100 and
You ever
something
got that
games.
exam?
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
No.
How do you know then?
I imagine I've heard the stories. Have you?
Oh,
Well, I mean, we
yeah.
talked about them digging the shit out of your ass
yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, there's been at least, I guess
Oh,
now.
I'm a
we're
weathered
counting-
son of a bitch.
If we're counting, there's been at least 3 grown men's hands up my ass. You had the shit digger from when I was 4 or 5 years old, the Carol Burnett bullshit,
Carol Burnett.
and then you had the guy that did my upper and lower GI, Dr. Souter.
And then you have your dentist. That was just
Then you had my
poor health coverage, really.
Yeah. Then you had my dentist. And then you had. Hey. Am I losing you?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I
I
need
just
to
thought, I was
perform,
like, what do I got to do with this root canal?
Oh,
Fuck. I'll
damn.
undo
It's
my
how
pa-
much money? What can we do to like knock 200-300 down off that bill?
300?
Two,
Is that all it
300?
takes? I might have some money in my pocket.
Maybe you should just go love on your wife. Maybe that'll help you. Be a little more considerate to her needs. It'll get you out of that funk. But either way, I had another man stick at least 2 fingers up my ass.
Nice.
And he lubed it. He was the only one.
Lubed your ass or
out
just
of the
lube your
3
fingers?
his fingers.
Oh, okay, because that's weird. If he's taking
Oh
lube
yeah,
out
if he
and-
lubes my ass, then that's weird. But if he lubes his
I mean,
fingers,
you bend over and
Oh, yeah.
now spread your cheeks open.
I said, "God damn! I didn't know they were bun linked."
Spurting the KY jelly like a ketchup.
You know what
tube.
made it worse?
He looked you in the eye when he did it.
Not only that,
You look at me.
no. Hey,
Yeah.
turn around. I want you to remember this. No. Do you know what made it even worse?
What was
No
that?
shit. I'm not bullshitting you right now.
Yeah.
No kayfabing going on right here. My wife was in the room, okay? Because,
Right.
I didn't know what was going on with me, when I went to said doctor. And he
Was
did
this recent?
Nah, it's like 2013.
Oh, okay.
But either way, my wife went with me. And she made jokes, at least for, I don't know, up until 2 years ago,
yeah.
about said doctor lubing his fingers and pumping them right up my ass. She was like, I seen it. I was right there. And she said, whenever his fingers got in your ass, she said, woo!
So you turned into Ric Flair?
Woo! Man,
Woo! Limousine riding.
no,
Woo!
dude,
Whether
for
you
real.
like it or you don't like it.
Woo!
It's the weirdest thing going on today.
For real. I didn't know when it was happening. It was like, they tell you when the shot in the ass is coming. They're like, all right, here it comes.
Wait,
Tense up.
Shot. Oh, needle.
Yeah, needle.
Okay.
Shot in the ass.
I was like, wait,
Where's your mind at?
What?
I guess
What
I
the-
did. I
who
need to
tells
clarify these things.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about a
Who
man
tells you when the shot in
anally
the-
violating me, and
They
then
tell
you
you
think
when the
about a
shot in
shot in
the
the
ass
ass.
is coming.
And then, yeah, I'm with you.
If you don't
yeah,
know,
tell me
it's-
when a shot in the ass is coming.
This is just a doctor's appointment.
I'm here to get my cataracts checked. What are you doing? Oh man, but yeah, that didn't help. Whenever I got anally violated
For the
That-
third time.
Woo!
Woo.
I had a woman calling the action.
It's like you handled
She
that way
giggled when
worse.
it happened too.
Yeah.
I was standing right by her. I heard.
Did you hear her mumble? That'll teach you. Now you know what it
How
feels
do you
like.
feel
son
like?
of a bitch.
How do you feel now? I
Yeah.
told you. I told you it was going to happen.
We'll just say that it slipped.
Man,
That is.
I was relieved though when he got done. He was like, "You're good, man. You're good."
I know it's not. It's not kosher to talk
I
about.
looked at him and I was like, "You didn't even run your fingers through my hair or anything."
He did give me a steak dinner afterwards, which was awkward. Just
I got
made
a
everything-
voucher for you. I can't leave the building
I
right
can't
now.
really say this, and I'll buy you dinner. Just, no, I mean, I know it's not like exactly kosher to say this because if you talk about porn, but it kind of adds more of a odd, oh, it's porn, but porn is hilarious
Oh, yeah.
sometimes. Did you ever see those accidental slip videos, like the compilations?
No.
I can't remember how I stumbled upon this.
Maybe you put in accidental slips in the Google search.
I mean, it just come up on YouTube one day in a weird loop.
Yeah.
No, but
Well, like you and that. Did you see that thing where Alex Jones had the?
hold on, one thing at a time.
Oh,
Let's
man.
do this first. It is hilarious, and if we had a producer right now, they would be pulling it up online. But
Where's he at?
I don't know. I mean, we could look it up if you want to look it up.
I don't know, man. I think
Might hurt our viewership.
I don't really care.
I mean, it's your call. What do you want to do? You tell me. You gotta say something.
Let's watch porn. I think that'll. How do you accidentally? You're about to see adult content. Why is everything like shower glassed in your search?
Oh God!
Wow, talk about a Coke can. Must be Ray J's brother. I got two dudes up there. The fuck's your search history you have in mind?
It's nothing. It's 2018.
Accidental anal, and like that's number 3 on the search bar.
I mean,
are you fucking serious?
I don't think I've ever searched for anything like that on this computer other
What do you
than
mean you
Scorn.
don't think it's happened during this this computer?
Hold on. All right, so we might need to mute this. We'll mute it. We won't have it playing out.
God
And this is
Almighty!
Wrong holes.
Wrong holes with a Z. Scene 6, which means it happens 5 other times before this, and they didn't listen.
What's happening right now is, oh God.
Hey,
Okay. All right. So, yep. There's a lot of. You remember when Dusty Rhodes used to get hit and he would lay there and shake his legs?
yeah, handsome Jimmy Valiant shake.
Why did they just? Okay.
Oh Lord, mercy!
All right. They just put in a scene from the. What was that?
The Good Son?
The Good Son. Wrong holes. Scene 2. So what's happening is what's happening. You could probably.
This must be a gimmick.
I mean, yeah. And then you. Oh, wow. Wow. This is kind of taking the fun out of it.
Yeah,
to see it in person.
Having to read it.
Yeah. To see it in person, you're like, oh, geez.
It hurt like hell.
But
It really hurt.
scene,
Okay.
Why are they going from scene 6 to 2 to 3? Like, that was the thing. And you just. Oh, this one's just wide open. Oh, that one looked more deliberate. That one
It
looked
was.
like. Well, I mean, honestly, for people that can't, I'm gonna stop it here. For people who can't hit a toilet from 2 feet away, you expect us to hit one hole that's so close to the other hole. It'd be like if we were on the putting greens. Like if you hit it in that one, you win. There's a hole 2 centimeters to the left of it. You can't hit it in, or
If
else
you
there's
do,
gonna
you
be
get
some
a-
shit.
A greatly different reaction from
It's
the
kinda,
one.
It's kind of like a loss almost. I mean, you're probably gonna keep your
We
heart
was
on.
talking about yin and yang earlier.
That was last
That's
show.
it.
That was last show.
Well, it was earlier.
God, you never can keep up with what show we're on, can you?
95, right?
I tell you what. Let's take a quick commercial break. Josh, who you want to hear from this week? It's the last week of.
Let's go.
You want to do Florida? It's the last week we could probably do this without having to.
Florida. I mean, you're right. The last straw for Florida, and then we'll have to start promoting Christmas commercials.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea. Why don't we start looking up Christmas sponsors?
We need to.
All right. So you're gonna listen
Oh,
to
ho, ho.
some P3 Radio Florida, or P3 Radio, or Vista. No,
Events.
It's
Whatever.
tinyurl.com/P3 Florida. Also check out tinyurl.com/P3 Vista, tinyurl.com/P3
Wine.
Events, and tinyurl.com/P3 Wine. But we're going to go to P3 Florida for the last time for a while.
Yo, man, come to Florida. We got all of the sights you've been wanting to be seeing, man. Come to SeaWorld, free your willy, man. Come to Legoland, everything is awesome. You can come to Universal Studios. Get your Marty McFly on, man. You hear the trash can drums, man.
Josh.
I love it.
Josh, what are you doing, man?
Huh?
What are you doing? This isn't Jamaica. This is Florida.
What? I heard the trash can drums and I just got excited.
Well,
I'm
they're
sorry.
called steel drums, and everything else you pretty much said was okay. But we want to say also that if you book with Florida Ticket Station, your tickets are guaranteed by the state of Florida to be valid. So your vacation will be on point and where it needs to be the right way. So go right now to Florida Ticket Station by visiting them at tinyurl.com/P3Florida and book your Florida trip today.
That's tinyurl.com/P3Florida, man.
Once again, it's Florida, not Jamaica.
I'm sorry.
Welcome back to P3 Radio. Josh Brawley and Richard Mulligan still here with you. We're listening to some Stevie Wonder here. This song always makes me remember my bus rides, those 1-hour bus ride trips to
Would you
Denmark.
have the bus driver look like him?
Drove like him too.
I could imagine.
Stevie Wonder's Happy Birthday song. So no, like every morning we would get on, she'd be playing this radio station, and like it would always be like, it's time to talk about the happy birthdays. We're celebrating birthdays around the country. And today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. But it was like a good 20-minute segment. Like about happy birthdays, and it was like you know how Shawn Michaels used to wrestle, and like he'd be doing his post celebration, it'd be like boom 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 wow Shawn. Like it would hit his music for the second time, it just wasn't long enough. That's the way this song was. Just that part. So if they didn't have enough time, it would be like, we want to wish Rashida a happy birthday. She's 42 years old today.
She's 57
And
today. How you
Chloe?
doing, Rashida? I hope you have a happy birthday.
And Chloe, it's also Whoopi Goldberg's birthday today. It is
59 years of Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, I mean, it was like always like this.
Why is her opinion even valid today?
But yeah, I mean, that was. But no, we played this for a reason. I mean, I guess. Did we play it for a reason? Just to talk about our high school bus?
High school?
No, our elementary school bus driver.
No, we played this for a reason because it was my wife's birthday.
Well, hold up. You didn't have the same elementary school bus driver. You had the 1 year.
1 year of Mr.
Yeah,
Taylor.
so you didn't have the other one.
No.
Okay, so yeah, you missed that because
Mr. Taylor cursed at us, which was crazy to me
sit your motherfucking asses down.
because I had never heard a bus driver curse. So that was good for me.
Public education, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen.
love it.
Yep. But no, anyways,
it was
what-
my wife's birthday this week.
Well, tell her I said happy birthday.
I think you did on Facebook.
Oh, well.
So that would just be
Well,
redundant.
those are always important, and
But
they
either
always
way,
mean something.
You know, we did something for my wife's birthday this year. We went.
Bow wow, chicka
We
bow wow.
went to Memphis for
Oh,
the day.
bow wow, chicka bow wow.
No,
bow,
we didn't.
chicka
We
bow.
didn't, we didn't do that in Memphis.
No,
But
why not?
we went to the recreation. I said the
Of
recreation.
our recreation, bow chicka bow wow.
It was the renovated Sears Tower, like Memphis.
In
they
Memphis.
yeah, they used to have a Sears type thing.
Y'all just went to Sears in Memphis, didn't you?
No, it wasn't the outlet store. It was the tower that they redid or whatever. But now it's kind of like a fucking free range chaos thing going on in there. And I say free range chaos.
Free range
because-
chaos. Because regular range chaos is not the best. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
feel
when
like
I
I'm
say
wrong.
free range, you ever heard of free range parenting?
I've heard free range chicken.
Okay, same fucking idea, just with an actual business plan.
Oh, well, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what free
Sounds
range
like you're-
chicken was, to be honest.
well,
What is
that's-
free range chicken?
That's where you just there's no restrictions for that chicken.
Oh.
They just roam wherever the fuck
Go
they
where
want
the fuck
to,
you want. We're
and
gonna hunt
they
you
always
down and
come
kill
back
you.
for food. They always
Oh,
come back.
okay.
But either way, it was kind of like a free range chaos because there's no like tape. There's nothing telling you this is the point you do not go beyond because you have no business going beyond this point. That being said, there were schools, apartments, and hospitals. Like, there's one floor in this recreation of the Sears Tower that is nothing but a Methodist hospital type thing.
Right.
And the only way that we knew we weren't allowed on this floor is when we're in the elevator. We're in the elevator with these two ladies that are, wearing badges and whatnot.
Yeah.
And me and my father-in-law were just talking, and what floor are we going to? We'll just get off on one. It doesn't matter. We don't know where we're going anyways. One of these ladies on the elevator speak up. Well, you can't get off on 7. That's all Methodist Hospital.
Don't tell me how to live my life. And you hit the 7.
Kind of look at her like, okay, well, we'll definitely not get off on 7. 7 opens. They get off. There was 2 of them. And I look around, dude, there's no signs. There's nothing preventing me from stepping off that elevator and just roaming into the Methodist Hospital conglomerate. Nothing, absolutely nothing.
So now Josh is on a terrorist watch list.
Apparently. But, like I said, there were schools. Fucking schools. And
On the elevator?
when I say schools, I mean you could get off on the 3rd floor.
Mm-hmm.
And within this now mind you, it's all like centered. Like the center of the building all leads back to, the center of the commerce or whatever. So it's all kind of like square oriented. I don't know what the fuck you're pointing at.
Stevie Wonder's looking at you.
He can't see it, and I don't care
Go
because
ahead.
he can't see it.
So it's all pointing out back where?
It's all centered.
Yes.
Like all the floors, it's kind of like a triangle shape in the middle.
Right.
And that's what leads you back to the center of whatever. So no matter what floor you go on, there's like surprises wherever. Floor 3, for example.
Mm-hmm. Ladies' lingerie.
No, you get off the elevator, and there's like tables set up, outside of the elevator, and there's a kid. He's got a backpack. He's doing schoolwork or whatever. That's
dare
the
he?
only kid.
That's the only
That's
kid.
the only
It's
kid.
kind of like a
But we find out that they're I forget the actual word that they use for it, but it's like secondary schools to where there may be just like a few people in this school, but somehow that said school has an office building in that building or whatever.
Right.
But they let them roam wherever. Right?
It's a free range school, but they
it
have to come
is.
back to eat before we
It is.
slaughter their ass.
There was nothing stopping the interaction from whoever's roaming in that building
Yeah.
with that student. And you go around the corner, there's maybe a couple couches, a fucking pinball machine sitting right by it. And I shit you not, dude, a fucking dog roaming wherever.
Just a free range dog and a free range pinball machine just in there.
And look, it wasn't a taken care of dog. It was a dog that needed food, man. It was a dog that I could see.
Turns out free range ain't so good for dogs.
Nobody was giving him any kibbles and
So what
bits or
floor
whatever
was
it
this
is.
on? What floor was this on
Three or
of the
4. I don't know.
death camp that you went on a
3
tour
or
with
4.
of the old Sears Tower that used to be not in Chicago but in Memphis?
Yeah, 3 or 4. I'm not really sure.
I feel
But-
like
and-
y'all went
and
on a ghetto
nobody was-
tour.
There was one lady that was paying attention to this dog,
Yeah.
and
Well, apparently she wasn't doing a very good job.
she wasn't feeding it, but it wasn't her responsibility.
She was watching it, but I mean,
I could see it in her eyes. She was looking at me like, "Don't think this is mine because it's not."
she just looks at you. I'm watching it. Every day it runs a little less and a little less further away. I think it's lack of energy.
I think there's a toilet with the seat open up here somewhere. It's got to be getting water.
How much protein's in poo? Because that's got to be all it's getting. But this ain't my dog. I just get paid to watch it.
But, You know, and there was like fucking cornhole setups.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Whenever you get to
That's
a
a-
place to where it's in a corner and there's no elevator, there's no more hallway, they would just set up fucking cornhole boards that are maybe 15 feet apart.
Yep.
And-
Kind of sounds like your interactions with the three people that might have had their hands in your butt.
Yeah, there was three.
You get
of
to a
them.
corner, you just gonna get cornhole.
Imagine, yes, and it proved to be true.
Yeah.
because I played a couple of games of cornhole.
Well, look at you.
But either way, and there was this
free
fucking,
range cornhole,
Yeah. Oh, it was the best. There's no rules.
where they got to come back and eat and get cornhole.
Oh yeah, yeah. Get that cornhole. And there was a library set up.
You want a taco, don't you?
Dude,
Sorry,
I'm
there's
not
a library
shitting, man.
set up.
it was straight out of the fucking A Clockwork Orange movie. I
Yeah.
know you've probably never seen that.
Just like
because,
the Sears Tower.
dude, it was weird. It was like
Oh,
a
where did
step
y'all?
up
Where did y'all find this place at?
in Memphis.
No,
like
I mean I
said.
know you said you found it in Memphis, but like, who told? If you got 5 minutes, go to the cornhole place.
Look, I don't know if they've got stock built up in this place or whatever, but it was supposed to be like from what Heather, my wife, her name is
yeah.
Heather, from what Heather said, her cousin put it over like a motherfucker. Just, oh yeah, we spent 4 hours, we couldn't even get to it all. This and this and this.
Couldn't get to it or didn't want to
Me
get to
and
it.
my father-in-law came up with the notion that they probably got detained on the Methodist hospital floor. That's why they couldn't get to it all.
Yeah.
Because they went in somewhere they weren't supposed to, and they didn't have time after they were let free after the fucking 3.5 hours. Right?
Just two orphans playing cornhole while a malnourished
man.
dog runs around.
God almighty, it was so fucking weird. I had fun because you can look at things and have an architectural appreciation of
Right.
something. Hell, I mean, sometimes the things at Auschwitz might look good. Oh, look at
Jesus.
that architectural.
This will be the thing you get fired over.
Just shut up and listen. The architectural beauty of whatever building might be good, but God almighty, imagine what happened in them buildings. Same thing with this place. Fucking weirdo setup, a Clockwork Orange type library. Now, mind you, like I said, do you remember how the chorus room was in West Middle? It was kind of
Yeah.
like a platform that was a step up.
Yeah, it was
and then
theater
another
seating kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, there was about 10 rows of this shit and 5 seats per row. But these 5 seats are like 1970s cushions molded into a corner type thing. So, and they were bright orange. It was fucking weird. And all the books they had were all like nostalgic type books.
Right.
So
Their library stopped at 1950.
or at least 1990. But
Oh,
either
yeah,
way,
well, yeah, go
it
ahead.
was so weird because it even wrapped around like the whole square of the setup of the building, and this was all like just shit you've never heard of.
Right.
That's kind of why it kind of weirded me out. But either way, we go through this whole setup of whatever, and my stepfather. My father,
Your mom get remarried.
my father-in-law.
I know it wasn't your dad because he ain't with that.
My father-in-law, he keeps cutting this constant promo.
I feel. Hold on. Can we address that Freudian slip that you just had? Up until your age of like 11, when you saw your dad's wang, because it's got to come back in every episode.
Yeah.
Up until then, you had conditioned yourself that you were going to have a stepfather.
Oh yeah, just from my dad's attitude alone. Oh, there's going to be another.
There's
one
gonna be
come
another
in
dad here. There's
at
gonna be
some
another-
point.
there's gonna be a
And
stepdaddy.
then I seen the cannon, and I was like, oh.
No, we're good.
No, the target's done. It's already been used.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, once you shoot through the bullseye so many times, it doesn't exist, right?
I don't know what to say.
Right or wrong?
I
Did
don't-
you not have a BB gun?
Can
when you were a kid?
I go revert back and just agree with you about Auschwitz now?
Yes, have a good Auschwitz
Yes.
moment with me.
All right, so let's just not talk about the cannon messing up your mom, and let's just
Oh,
talk about
man.
Auschwitz.
That's not. Look, dude. Don't paint it that way. I was making a broad spectrum joke.
You were making a spectrum about bronze. That was a Clerks joke. Go
Oh
ahead.
my God. I was making a broad spectrum joke, and
Uh-huh.
then you turned it into this
We were talking about
super,
your dad's
super
cannon.
personal.
We're talking about your dad's cannon. You're like,
Thing.
well, once he's at the target, it's no longer there.
That's all I said. And then you started painting more. You're like,
What
let
would
me
the
get some
target
more
be?
happy little trees
What
in
would
here.
the target be? I'm just saying. I mean, the things that happened at Auschwitz were terrible. Don't
They
get me
are,
wong.
yes.
But I don't have to look at the victims every day.
Right,
I see your mom like 3 times a week.
Oh,
Hey, Miss Frida.
I
Love
do
you. You do too. So anyway.
either way, I went to the fucking Bass Pro Shop. Did you
in
know
Memphis,
that?
the pyramid, the old
Pyramid,
Yeah.
they have, yes, the Bass
If-
Pro Shop.
If that's not one place that still has Liberty Land food prices, I don't know what is.
Have you been?
Yes.
You don't look like a Bass Pro Shop type guy.
I just went for the what do
The
you call
alligators?
it? No. Do they have alligators?
They sure do. Live ones.
Wow.
It's crazy.
They just hadn't killed them yet.
No, I told my wife at least 2 times, I'm going to throw your ass in there with them. You keep fucking with me.
No, I've been to Fuddpuckers in Florida that have all
What
the
did you
alligators.
just say to me?
Fuddpuckers. You never been to Fuddpuckers in Florida?
You too. I don't even know what you're saying to
No.
me right now.
There's a place called Fuddpuckers in Florida, and it's an alligator restaurant.
Huh.
And
They serve alligator.
No, but well, I think they do. I think they have alligator there, but
You ever ate alligator?
I have. Tastes a lot like chicken. It's a little tougher.
Yeah.
It's good though.
Love it.
But they have like alligators like in like a little. They have like a little fake swamp area that you can go like feed them with a like a makeshift fishing lure thing.
Yeah.
You can just drop like alligator food down there and they snap it and eat it and you're like, oh, cool. And
You
there's
remember
like
that
this sign
time
that
we had that
says
thing with alligator food? Let's talk about that when you get done.
alligator food.
Yeah. Remember that.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. But no,
All right, let's go.
they
Continue.
they have these little signs up that says, "Do not try to lasso the alligator." It is hilarious because you know some motherfucker has pulled an alligator
Somebody's
up.
tried.
Has pulled, and these aren't like huge.
Honey,
Now,
look.
now, when I say alligators, these aren't like your typical like 13-foot alligators. These are like 2-foot alligators. But still,
Have one of them little fuckers bite you.
yeah, they could take off a finger or two. You know, but yeah, you know that somebody has lassoed one.
Hey,
It's like-
baby, look at this.
because what it is they give you this little bamboo stick, and it's got like a 30-foot line on it, like, and it's just rope. It's
Yeah.
just like nylon rope, and it has like a little. It's not a hook, but it's like a little clip that you clip the food into, and you drop it down to them, and it gets close to them. They swim up to it, and they reach their mouth out like a big Pac-Man and snap on it. And when they snap on it, it falls off the hook.
Reminds me of my first BJ.
Put it out there in water, and it snaps on it.
You just flop to it and snap on
And then
it.
you wonder if your relationship with your dog's ever going to be the same. But no.
Joshua Lee, where's all this peanut butter going?
What is Berkeley doing? He used to just
Where's all
laugh.
this peanut butter going? I don't understand it. All the bread's still here.
And Berkeley hadn't eaten a week. Oh, Berkeley was Josh's dog. Anyways, good old Berkeley.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, there was. But yeah, you realize there was somebody that lassoed a gator and pulled it up to the hysteria, and there was like a guy that had to run out and grab it and everything. So,
What the fuck is wrong with you?
but no, I'm saying that the pyramid. I've been there before for the Bass Pro place. It was nice.
Man,
Everything seems a little bit overpriced. It's almost like they
It
were like
is.
they got into it and they were like, "Fuck,
Well-
we didn't know what the rent was on this building."
Well, it's going to be this much.
You know how much it is to heat a fucking pyramid? Well, we found out.
My thing was,
That's going to be $27 for that pair of gloves.
dude, as soon as we pulled in the parking lot,
Yeah.
I see a sign. And you know, my father-in-law, he pulls up like to the very front of the building and all that. And I see this valet parking sign.
Uh-huh.
And my wife said, "Oh, did you see that, baby? It said valet parking." And
We're going to be uptown today.
dude, I cut a 2 to 3 minute promo on Bass Pro Shop having valet parking.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a motherfucker driving a big-ass 35-inch tire, 4-door truck, talking about he's going to hunt in the woods, getting valet parking. Oh, never in my fucking life. I wish Ronnie Ray was here. I wish he was here. I wish he could fucking cut a
And
better
she's
promo
like,
than me.
Be quiet, honey. He ain't here. He can't hear what you're saying.
And, you know,
Dwayne's still going to get the truck.
I cut the promo or whatever, and then I see whenever we're walking in, it's the valet parking is for the hotel
Yeah.
that's in the Bass Pro Shop. That shouldn't even been in the vocabulary.
Right.
The hotel that
For the
is
Bass
in
Pro.
the Bass Pro Shop.
Right. You got to make your money back somehow.
God Almighty, though, you got like a hotel in a shop.
Have you ever ate there?
They had at least 2 or 3 restaurants.
Yeah.
but
We ate there, and it was same experience as when we went to the Opryland Hotel, like the place that they built the mall around, and
Yeah.
there's a Opryland, like Opry Mills,
Yeah.
and it's in Nashville. There's a mall there. Well, that's where Opryland used to be. And we joked that they kept the food from Opryland and kept the prices, except you didn't get on a ride afterwards.
Right.
Because we went in there like Bass Pro too. It was like, man, the prices of the food here are astronomical, and they're giving you, you know, what is it? Not convenience store. What is it?
like sports,
amusement park food.
sports event prices.
No, well, yeah, sports event prices and amusement park food. So it was like, it's not like a 5-star chef made this.
How much is a beer here? $5. You fucking kidding me?
That's a 10-ounce beer. You want a 12-ounce? That's
It's a
$24.
pony. If you want a full beer, it's gonna be $7, sir. How about you kiss both sides of my ass? But anyways, like the thing about it was that really got me more so than the valet parking
Right.
thing was the goddamn $40 elevator ride to the observation deck. There were 3 other people besides me.
What was the
$10 per person to ride the elevator,
What
which
was-
only gives you access to like 1 or 2 restaurants and an observation deck that you could commit suicide off of if you wanted to.
So wait, so you rode the elevator all the way to the top of the
No,
pyramid?
I said that's where I stopped.
Oh,
No.
happy birthday!
$10
baby.
my ass per person. And you know, my old lady, she was right there with me. She said, "It's how much?" They can kiss my ass.
Where's the damn stairs?
She said, "My happiness comes second. Fuck them. My birthday is third. Fuck them."
We got bills.
No, that's seriously. That's how my old lady is. I love
don't
it.
blame you.
She's
I'm,
so
I'm the
responsible.
same way.
She's
I'm
so
the same
fucking
exact
responsible.
way.
That's why I married her too, because I'm so not responsible. I had to get somebody that was plugged in. I had to.
So they were like, it's $40 to get to the top, and then you can jump off.
My
because
wife
you
was
made
the
a
first
terrible
one to speak.
decision.
Yeah, fuck that. We're going.
Where's the damn stairs? We'll just climb
Yeah,
up
y'all
there.
got stairs. Oh, you ain't got stairs. Yeah, well, fuck off.
There's a pyramid, man. I guess you can climb the top of the outside.
We'll pull up Google videos or whatever. It'll be all right.
We'll just take a flight for that much. We got McKellar Sykes here in Jackson.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It's $75 for a fucking flight to Nashville.
So, yeah, after the Bass Pro Shop,
Yeah.
on my journey or whatever, I had a goddamn Indiana Jones Crystal Cave experience. Come on, yeah. Have you ever had an Indiana Jones moment?
No, but I have had a Crystal Cave experience once.
Her name was Crystal, huh? I didn't know about
Oh,
that. You'll have to
Jesus.
tell me.
Nope,
You'll have
nope.
to tell me off air.
Nope.
But either way, well, okay. Well, don't tell me off air.
Hold on, wait. Before you get too far into it, what was the alligator food thing?
Alligator food? It's
Yeah.
where that deaf guy, if you just want to be real, okay, because
That deaf guy. Go ahead.
Yes. The his name was Larry something or another. I can't remember.
Oh, cool.
But-
I remember Larry something or one another.
I know you remember him because he was the only deaf guy in our grade or whatever. But he came up and one of the female companions that we had when we were kids was screwing with him. She was like, alligator food. He thought she was saying, I love you. So he goes up and straight up grabs her tit. And I was there. I
Love
seen it
this.
with my own 2 eyes.
Wait, okay, so I thought this was going to go somewhere totally different. I thought this was one of those things where me, you, and Chris used to talk about alligator food, which Chris is going to be in town in the next couple weeks.
Awesome.
So we're going to have him up here on the air with us
That's
to do
great.
at least one or
I
two
can't wait.
episodes.
We'll have to squeeze 2 or 3 out of it.
Yeah,
That'd
we'll
be
have
good.
to. I mean, we'll have to pull up the original Playboy of Bemis that didn't date anybody. We were like, come on, just put your penis in her. Tell us
Look,
about it.
you'll open up
No.
so many avenues for us.
No,
I'm good.
I'm good. What, are you gay or something? No. Well, no, that was our thinking back in the day. We're like, come on, Chris, do something. Do something. You got all this opportunity, and every girl we talk to wants you. Jesus. But anyways, no, we're going to have Chris on.
But anyhow, my Indiana Jones experience, it was like none other, man. Like I said, we're on a birthday trip.
Yeah.
Okay? So just like you with any other of your birthdays, we went to a cemetery.
Oh, cool.
And it was Memorial Park Cemetery in Memphis. And we went to it's called the Crystal Shrine Grotto. Now, it's like a man-made crystal cave for the cemetery. And, like, people from all over the world came and, like, made sculptures and shit.
Oh,
and
cool.
I guess, they found the cave and then they made, like, adjustments to where you could walk and have a
Right.
wraparound in the damn thing. But it's all, like, a bunch of different, like, sculptures of Christ and the crucifixion. So it's
Oh,
a
sounds
really,
like a fun place.
no, seriously, it's a really powerful.
Interesting.
You can feel the energy when you go in there. Seriously, it's a.
They tested it for radiation about 2 years
No,
ago. It
dude,
was off the
you
charts.
know what I mean? That spiritual type energy, you get that good feeling, man. It was-
So remember how we talked about ebbs and flows last episode? My ebb is going to be trying to find a new co-host when Josh dies of cancer from the radiation poisoning.
yeah, the crystal radiation poisoning that I got.
You can feel the energy in there. It was crazy. It was almost like a tumor growing in you.
Either way,
Yeah.
like
Go ahead.
we look at the guest book, dude. There's people from Russia, Thailand, like everywhere, all over the world has been coming to see this place within the last year that we can
Right.
see. But other than that, we get out of the Crystal Cave and there's like
Sounds like a video game journey, but go ahead. We get out of the Crystal Cave.
Prince of Persia excursion.
Then we,
Yeah.
then we go to the Mountains of Mayhem, and I tell you,
No, man. Before we got to inside the Crystal Caves,
Yeah.
I texted you.
Yeah.
I remember I texted
yeah, you sent me a text that was out of the blue, by the way.
What did that text say?
You said this doesn't look good, and it was a picture of a sign that said, "Walk on the trails, snakes present, beware."
Dude, and this is
And-
like
hold on. So this is out of the blue because my last text said, "Hey, just be there at 5:30," and we were talking about the Friday before where you were going to be at my house so we could go to the football game.
right.
And the next post I get from you is just, "This ain't good," and I'm like,
Yeah.
You want to give me a little context? What's going on?"
I figured the sign that said "Beware snakes present"
Well,
was
honestly,
good enough because the Jake the Snake episode that we had,
yeah.
that you were like, "Oh, there was a snake in my bush," and then I went on a fucking 15-minute tangent.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. My first thought was, where the hell are you? Are you around my house? And then if you said no, I was like, well, fuck you. You're on your own.
there you go.
There.
So you could see how impactful this event was in my life, just to know that, hey, snakes are here. We're not protecting you. Okay. I'm used to him being behind glass, but whatever.
Right.
And I wanted to see the Crystal Caves. I wanted to see what they were talking about. But either way, we get out of the Crystal Cave.
Right.
And one of the cemetery employees riding on a golf cart, he stops my mother-in-law. And he's like, "Look, I don't know if y'all are interested, but Isaac Hayes, he's buried like right across the street." Are you serious? Oh man, we got to go see Isaac Hayes. So we go and we see.
No, wait. You're not going to see Isaac Hayes. You're going to see the grave.
No,
of
we're
Isaac.
seeing that. We're seeing what's.
You're going to be at least 6 foot away from Isaac Hayes.
Yeah. Well, we were definitely that. Well, it had rained, so it was about 5'8". But either way,
Jesus.
yeah. Well, I had to make a joke. I mean, you're
Yeah.
being a smart
No,
ass.
no.
You're being a fucking
Oh,
smart
I'm sorry. I'm
ass.
trying to
Like, I
be
just
funny
gotta,
while you're
you
talking
know.
about a cemetery on a podcast. Sorry, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Either way,
Go ahead.
seen Isaac Hayes' grave, and dude, like,
Was it surreal? How did it make you feel inside?
seriously?
Yeah.
If like, do you want me to
Did you
shoot?
cry? Did you cry a little bit?
I mean, I got sad, dude, because
Yeah.
you know, his wife was the one that wrote the whole message on his placard or whatever,
That's
and the
nice.
placard's like, 5-6 feet long. She wrote a message of how important he was to her and how she'll be so lost without him.
Yeah.
And all this shit, which was heartfelt. Me and my wife, we read it and we were like, oh, we had a good feel-good moment. That was
Yeah.
awesome. Then we seen the grave of Charlie Rich.
Wait, before you left, did you at least look at the grave and be like, for once, I hope somebody did suck on your sweet chocolate salty balls? 'Cause that was another one that he...
I'm gonna make love to a woman.
I'm gonna lay her down by the fire. Did he get into Scientology?
Yes.
Oh, well, so he's not in heaven. Go ahead. Oh, hope those volcano monsters helped him on through the other side. So, anyways, we're jumping after that.
Talk about foresight, huh? Man. Either way, he was a good musician.
Yeah.
We found Charlie Rich's grave.
Well, look at y'all. Did y'all look hard for it, or was
We
it just
kept on
there?
rolling with the flow. We finally found it.
Yeah. Did y'all ever go into anything that was like more or less depressing?
Dude,
So we
I'm-
just kept looking at graves. It was
We-
cool. You ever seen dirt around somebody you love? That's where we did.
No, look, for real.
Yeah.
Like, it got surreal. It just got, like, to the point where I was like, what the fuck? We found Charlie Rich's grave
Uh-huh.
after looking for, like, 30 minutes. It was so hot that day. And, like I said, we just kept on rolling with the flow.
Right.
And we found it. My wife, she has to go pee. My father-in-law, he's having to go pee too, whatever. So this said funeral employee, he was still helping us look for Charlie Rich's grave.
Right.
And he's like, well, there's a bathroom in the mortuary. Y'all go use that. So we go in the mortuary. My God. 20 minutes later, after we've been roaming around this fucking gigantic mortuary,
I'll pick
looking
a-
at all the... Dude, and this ain't...
No, wait. I took a piss on Charlie Rich's grave.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, dude, I go and I pee in the mortuary and all that. And mind you, this isn't like any mortuary I've ever seen. Not only do they have like the tile bullshit on the walls that's saying who's here and who's
Right.
here, whatever. They've got these glass cases.
Because when you do a roll call in a cemetery, you just get nothing. So you got to have tiles up there to tell you who's present.
I said, say here.
They ain't saying a damn thing.
Either way,
Yeah, I have these tiles. Go
they
ahead.
had, the name tiles and all that, but they had these glass cases sitting out front.
Right. Snakes in them.
No,
Oh.
urns
Oh,
and
cool.
pictures and like fucking notes from loved ones and shit.
Oh, that's always fun.
It was just weird because
Can you book my birthday party?
dude, I've never seen a setup like that ever. Where it's a good idea. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know how much each of these people pay for these glass cases,
Right.
which are only maybe like 2 cubic feet at the most.
Yeah.
Because they got them stacked all over the fucking place. But I'm looking at these glass cases with all these urns and shit.
Like you do on birthdays.
Shut up. I'm getting to that.
Go ahead.
And I have this moment of realization. I'm like, dude, it's your wife's birthday. No one's around you right now.
We gon-
Because they are in the mortuary doing exactly what you're doing, just at other spots. It's a fucking birthday, and you're roaming around dead people and expecting to have a good time.
Yeah.
This is strange.
I when you said it's your wife's birthday and nobody's here, I thought you were gonna say, "Might as well fuck in this mortuary."
No.
Here's your last show, Charlie Rich.
I got this fucking strange feeling. I was like, what are you doing?
I was thinking that when you told me you went to a cemetery.
No, the Crystal Caves, the Indiana Jones experience. It was in my head. I was like, oh, it'll be the greatest thing you've ever done.
It wasn't.
Crystal
was it?
Caves. It was good, but if it was my birthday, I would have been depressed. I like to party.
Are you saying like? Oh wait, are you saying like if it was your birthday and you were in that situation, you're depressed?
Yeah,
or are
I'm
you
depressed
saying?
if
Are you saying like if it's your birthday, you just rather be depressed?
No, if I was in that position and it was
Right.
my birthday, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing in the cemetery? What are we doing at this goddamn
And
Sears Tower?
nobody's drunk on a
free-
bet.
Free range bullshit, fucking restricted, non-taped areas.
Because free range restricted means so many things.
Well, you go there and you'll see what the fuck I'm talking about.
Free range restrictions.
Just, I would be like, what the hell?
Yeah,
You know, I
I
had
don't-
this moment. I'm just like, oh, this is bullshit.
What would you want to be doing during your birthday?
I like to party. I'd like to go and
What did you do on your birthday this year?
Absolutely nothing.
Exactly.
I had no one to
you can
party
see-
with.
You had me. I would have gladly
You didn't
went.
say a fucking word about my birthday.
I sent you a happy
You didn't
birthday.
even say happy birthday.
did too. I sent you a
sent
happy
me happy birthday on July 14th. You
Isn't
said,
that-
sorry, man, forgot your birthday. And then I told you in this fucking message, I said, today's not my birthday. My birthday's the 15th. Thanks anyways. And I didn't hear shit after that. Nothing.
All right, so I had just started a new job where I was trying to crawl through a tunnel, and I was afraid.
I don't
so
care
you're
what
lucky
you just started.
that I knew what my day was because I was.
Well,
I
you
was in the
didn't
middle
know
of
what day it
failure.
was because you thought it was the day
I
after.
thought it was the 15th.
Well,
I
it
know your
wasn't.
birthday is the 15th.
Whatever.
I've known that for forever.
That's good. That's why you sent me a happy birthday
I
on the 14th.
thought it was the 15th when I sent you that message. I think I did that like 2 years ago too, didn't I?
No, you didn't.
It was like a couple years ago. I sent you a birthday message like a day or two before
Sorry.
or after.
It's always sorry.
I just. What was the last time? What's my birthday?
Your birthday is October 11th.
Oh well, that's bullshit. 'Cause you got married on my birthday party,
Right.
so there's no way you can forget
I
that.
send you happy birthday every fucking
Not
year.
every year.
I do.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think
Prove
you
it.
sent me a
Prove
message.
it. Send
I'm
screenshots.
gonna look up my. I'm gonna look up my text
screenshots.
messages
Either way.
right now.
Don't let me get off subject.
Don't, continue on. How much more of this cemetery story do we have? left?
We've left the cemetery.
Okay, so y'all left
Because
the
after
cemetery.
my self-realization
There
moment,
is no sex in birthdays anymore. Is that? I figured that once you get to a certain age, that's all birthdays are. It's just another time of the year where you have sex. So
No.
that's not not in your case.
No,
You go to
absolutely not.
We go to the
Are we
cemetery.
adults? Are we
with-
still adults? What are you saying?
We go to the cemetery with my father-in-law.
Oh, man. Damn. What are you talking about?
Cry about shit.
Oh, my God. Either way. Before
you-
you got lost on a tangent. I say
No, I would
tangent
be-
because that's what it is.
I would be very disappointed if that wasn't what was going on during my birthday.
Dude, the last time I got laid on my birthday was probably...
Oh, this could be bad if your wife is listening.
Well, it's... I don't know.
Be
I mean,
like, it would be funny if
maybe
you were like,
2 birthdays?
last year, and she's like, "We didn't have sex last year." Like, oh shit! Oh shit!
Maybe my mind's remembering wrong. No, but we left the fucking the cemetery. We left there, and we went to a record shop because
Oh,
my
cool.
father-in-law.
Another
he's-
outdated thing.
No, dude, that's a hipster thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Cemeteries and
Plenty
yeah,
of
you're
them.
having the hipster birthday right
I
now.
am. We were.
Cemetery.
We were. And
Was
that's
you
why I
wearing
think it
sweaters
sucked so
and
bad.
was you wearing like a sweater and a bathing suit bottom?
No.
Is that what you were doing?
I did, however,
Hipster.
have a T-shirt that was hipster-esque.
With a top hat on and a monocle.
No. But we went to this fucking, like, just some random, I'm not going to say the name because I'm not giving them any credit, record shop on Madison Avenue.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Richard's Eddie Murphy ringtone.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
Either way,
I'm listening. Go.
Are you on the phone right now?
No.
We went to this record shop, and my father-in-law, he was like, I got to come in here and check just to make sure they don't have something I'm looking for. We go in there. There's
It's
three.
death. That's what I'm looking for.
There's 3 gentlemen in there. One behind the counter and 2 just kind of sitting amongst the records. Now, when I say sitting amongst the records, I mean they were all weird. They had their computers. They were sitting in chairs amongst the records. And they were just staring at their computers.
Yeah.
And if their job was to make us feel welcome or whatever, they didn't even make us feel acknowledged. And the guy that was behind the counter, I'm saying maybe 30 seconds after we get in here,
They didn't even make us feel acknowledged.
dude, I'm saying maybe 30 seconds after we get in this record shop,
Right.
they're playing one record,
Uh-huh.
okay? It's some kind of fucking ska bullshit, whatever.
Right.
They're playing one record. We get into this motherfucking record shop, and within 30 seconds, now look, I may be reading into this the wrong way or whatever, but I hear what you're playing before we walk into the store. We walk into the store, 30 seconds later, you change the fucking record, and it ain't like changing a CD. It ain't like changing your fucking, song on your iPod where it's
Right.
just a click. You got to take the record up, move the needle, put a new one back,
Yeah.
put it on the song you want, and all that shit. He plays the most god-awful bullshit I had ever heard in my life. It was a band called Drop Dead. Some kind of jack-offs that are like the Dave Meltzer of punk rock music. Now, when I say the Dave Meltzer of punk rock music, I mean that a lot of their albums
Right.
have Japanese writing,
Oh.
also American writing. And they're like the punk rock version
Dropped your phone.
of I don't know, like a band like Dark Throne or something. One of them fucking satanic jack-off bands
Yeah.
that they just say shit and they do a certain thing to look a certain way.
Right.
So I listened to an entire album of Drop Dead because their fucking songs are only a minute apiece. I looked them up after we left the shop, okay?
All right.
Their songs are maybe a minute apiece, and we stayed in there while my father-in-law was looking for this unicorn of a goddamn jazz record. And
Your stepdad. Don't talk ill of your
he's
stepdad
not
now.
he's not finding this fucking jazz record that he wants. So he goes up to the goddamn record shop guy. He's like, "Hey man, what you got playing here?" And the guy, who's fucking facing the other way because he doesn't want to make eye contact with us.
Right.
He turns around and he looks us in the eyes. He's like, "Oh, it's just a band called Drop Dead." And my father-in-law, without batting an eye, says, "Oh my God, sounds like it." That's awful. And he fucking walks away. And while I'm still standing at the counter, making semi-eye contact
Don't
with
got
this
any
guy,
Pink Floyd.
my wife, who's like not musically inclined at all,
All right.
okay? She likes old country and old rock and stuff
and
like
dead
that.
people and funerals, yes.
She loves that shit on her birthday. But after her dad...
Sex, hell no,
After
but,
her dad
you know.
says what he says, she's like, "Ha ha, tell me about it." That was in the break. That was in the break of one of these fucking awful-ass songs.
Was the lead singer there?
Oh, God. He might as well have been because there was dead silence. And from when my father-in-law said what he said, which the song was breaking up, and it was done by the time he said it.
Right.
My wife says her punchline. I'm still standing there looking at this guy. I look the other way and I say, "Oh, my fucking God." And I walk away. That's all I can say. I'm like, "Oh, that was the corniest shit I've ever been a part of in my life."
But now the storekeep probably thinks you're with them.
Oh,
and like
yeah.
you're just the guy going, "Oh my fucking God, I can't believe how bad this is."
Yeah. He thinks I'm. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But
so he
which-
thinks you're just as big of an asshole.
Look, Drop Dead was some jerk offs. Okay, I didn't enjoy the record. Look that up on YouTube.
I mean, we're running out of time closely here, but yeah, I'll look it
There's
up real quick.
nothing that you cannot pull up on YouTube for like maybe a minute, just so our listeners know about Drop Dead, because you're gonna think I'm being facetious whenever I say they were playing one thing, and then we walk into the record shop and they're playing. They changed this like 30 seconds afterwards.
Right.
They're trying to make a point. Like
You think they were trying to chase you out?
either that or they were just kind of trying to be. They're trying to send some kind of message.
Like to tell you to drop dead?
Pretty much. I think that's what
Really?
this kind of music's about, anyways, right?
I don't know. I don't have a clue.
Well, just listen to it. I mean,
We'll
you gotta
just pick one here.
you gotta read the lyrics to know, anyways. This ain't it.
That's
You
not
gotta
it.
put "Drop Dead Band," or you're not.
You gotta get specific.
You're not gonna pull.
How did you
anything.
find out who this was? Did y'all Shazam it or something?
No, my father-in-law. He says, "Who is this?" And then the guy, like I said, if you were listening, turns around. It's a band called Drop Dead. And he's like, "Yeah, I see. I can tell."
Like,
And then walks away.
so. All right, we'll see if this is them. Is this them?
That's it. That's all the way them.
This sounds like something right down your alley, though.
Wait till the singer starts. Turn that up.
So it's basically screamo music.
Well, it's not only that. It's like it's supposed to be punk, which
Right.
I love punk rock music. I mean, I love a lot of different founders of punk and all that, but this is like the black metal of punk rock. If you read their lyrics and all that and kind of
Right.
look at their imagery, what they're trying to be, I don't know, man. It's kind of jack-off-ish, if you ask
I
me.
mean, I always hated those songs where it was like, well, you could sing or you could scream. Like, I don't know what this is, just doing a blind screamo search. But, like, most of them were all the same. It was like, hey, feel loved and I don't feel... It was always like that. It was like, could we not do the screamo stuff? I see, like, automatically on this one we're watching right now, this is a guy drowning in a tuxedo.
He's dead.
Jesus, really? Is this what we're doing?
He went to the Memorial Park Gardens for his birthday.
He took the elevator ride to the top.
No, that was the Bass Pro Shop. No, he went in the Crystal Skulls and he didn't feel shit.
But listen, like you'll hear it. And I mean, a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this. This is why I hated Linkin Park. It was always like,
I ought to slap your face. Are you serious?
And I do this.
I love
And now
Linkin
I
Park,
scream.
man.
And now I rap. And now I rap things. And I rap about things. And now I'm going to sing.
Dude, I absolutely love
Yeah.
Linkin Park.
Well,
I
maybe
loved
you
them.
should follow your leader. And
I didn't say I loved Miss May I.
listen to this. I don't know. This is kind of cool, though. It's kind of going against what I thought.
You should have put in Jack Off Screamo. That would have
maybe.
gave you the right people.
Jack off screamo. It's just one guy screaming while getting jerked off.
What guy you know ever done that?
I can't believe this is happening.
Oh my God! Get away from me!
Yes. I'll tell you what, Josh. We have enough show here to get us through for 2 weeks.
Go away, Richard!
We do. Also, just to bring things full circle, I think your dad should have one of those signs in his front yard that says, beware of snakes.
Don't go off the beaten trail. You might get a surprise.
Especially at 3 a.m.
Don't go near the porch. Anywhere near the porch.
Well, speaking of beaten trails, if somebody wants to follow a beaten trail back to us and follow us on Facebook or Twitter, Josh, where do they go?
Why the fuck would why would they want to do that?
What?
What if they do want to
Well,
do that?
what if they want to follow us on the beaten trail and go to Twitter or
Well, if you
Facebook?
want to walk the beaten path with us, you could type in Pop Poncho in Facebook and you will find us.
And what about Twitter?
It will be P3 Radio, the number 1.
And, of course, if you want to give us a call, send us a text.
731-300-6675.
And, of course, check out our archives. We have great entertaining interviews there with wrestling greats such as Mikey Whipwreck, Bill Dundee, Flash Flanagan,
Nightmare Danny Davis.
Nightmare Danny Davis, which was a big one for us.
The other Danny Davis.
And the other Danny
Dangerous.
Davis.
He is
The
dangerous.
And it was dangerous for him because he couldn't keep up with what time he was supposed to call us. It was like 2 weeks late. But why not bury him? Now that we've
He was a nice guy.
He was a very
He was
nice
a
guy.
very nice
There was an episode that we did not play. If we wanted to just bury somebody, it would have just been Josh doing the Danny Davis interview.
Hey, let's get through this outro without any heat. Well, if any of you people want to listen to our archives, like Richard was alluding
Yes.
to earlier, then just go do that, and let's not talk about it.
So you can do that by typing in on iTunes, P3 Radio, all one word. On any podcasting app, if you type in P3 Radio, all one word, no spaces there, just P3, no space, radio, you're going to find us. On SoundCloud, P3 Radio, you can put the space in there. You'll probably find us. It's a big picture of me and Josh. You can't miss us. Hopefully you'll be highly entertained.
At least mildly.
Well, that's going to do it for us this week. Be sure to check back next week for more P3 Radio. Till then, this has been Josh Briley and Richard Mulligan saying thanks for listening and good night.